Hello everybody, this is Phony to Bob here, and welcome to another Rare Skittles episode. I'm going to be looking at some more Rare Skittles that I have, and I haven't done one of these Rare Skittles video in a while, so over time I have gotten a large collection of Rare Skittles, and I've been saving them up for the purpose of this video. And now in this video, I'm going to be going over these Rare Skittles one by one. I'm going to be eating them one by one. Because, why not? And we have a lot of Rare Skittles to go over, so let's begin. So, number one, the first Rare Skittle is a yellow one. Why is it rare? Well, it's because it has a white bump on there. As you can see here, it has like this white bump on here. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. It has that white bump on there, which is something that you don't see every day. Yeah, let's see it. Why not? I'll need to swallow them each time I eat one, just so I don't have a filled up mouth by the end of this. Number two, another Rare Skittle. We have this red one, and this red one is pretty obvious. There, it has that on it, which is pretty obvious. Obviously a Rare Skittle that has been shown off this video, and this is the last time that this Skittle right here will be seeing daylight. Obviously you know why. Next Rare Skittle is this purple one. Now this one isn't so obvious, so I'll need to get close up here, but if you take a very close look, you'll see that it has a bump in the curve. You have to look very closely to notice it. But I think you guys can see it. You guys can tell the difference? You guys can tell the difference? I'm going to give you guys a normal Skittle so you can tell the difference. Yeah, if you take a look, as you can see. Yeah, you see the difference. So that's the Rare Skittle. This one's going to go back in this here for now. So yeah, Rare Skittle. Yeah. Next Rare Skittle. A pretty obvious one. Why? Well, as you can see right here, it doesn't have the S logo printed anywhere. Nowhere in the Skittle does it have the S logo printed, you know, because it stands for Skittle. Because it's a Skittle. But this Skittle doesn't have an S on it. But I'm sure that just by looking at it, you can tell it's a Skittle. But if you're very young, you might not know the difference between an M&M or a Skittle. So, but I don't think there's an orange M&M in this world. Maybe there is, but I don't know. All right. Next Skittle is very obviously rare because it's small. And this is a Skittle, guys. This is a Skittle. It came out of a Skittles box or bag or whatever. And since it's so small, it's rare. It's super rare. And it's so rare that you have to look hard to find one of these tiny Skittles. Because these things are especially rare. And if you find one, make a video on it or keep it forever. That's my advice to you. If you see a tiny Skittle like that. Up next. Oh, man. I lost it. Oh, no. Oh, here it is. Now, this one. I don't know if you can really consider this a Skittle anymore. And that's why. I know it doesn't look like a Skittle, but it came out of a Skittles bag or box or whatever. So I'm counting it as a Skittle, but honestly, you can't really count it as a Skittle anymore, but it's a rare collectible, so I'm putting it in this video. Next one. This one is also pretty obvious. It's yellow, and you can take a look. If you take a look, you'll see there's that white spot. I'm going to get a normal one just so you guys can tell. Yeah, as you can see right here, it has a white spot, whereas this one doesn't have a white spot. Wait. There you go. So it's rare. Now, these ones with white spots are more common, but at the same time, you don't find them in every box or bag or whatever. Well, maybe you find them in every box, but not in every little bag. So, very collectible. But maybe you'll find them in a box like this, rather than a bag like... Oh, I don't have one. Never mind. But you probably get the point. Next one. Next one. Another Skittle that you can't really consider a Skittle. Hang on. There you go. Wait, there you go. It's small in size, but we're considering it a Skittle. And I get another look. There you go. Because this is the last time that this is going to be seeing the Earth. It's also extra hard, too. Alright, next Skittle is a pretty unusual one. Because, oh dear. It's yellow, and you see it has a thing on it. Like if you get it close up, see that? You don't see that on a Skittle every day. I guess you can call this like a head or something. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but it's interesting, to say the least. Alright, next one. Now, we've already seen a couple we've already seen a couple Skittles like this already, but we have another one with a white spot on it, as you can see right there. See, I know I'm not looking at the camera, but I'm looking at the Skittle at the same time, mainly because I don't usually do vlogs like this, but overall, this Skittle, it looks interesting, and it is interesting. But we're eating it anyways, because I eat everything. Not everything, but a lot of stuff. Alright, up next. A Skittle that looks like it's damaged, for obvious reasons. And this is just one side of the Skittle. You see it's banged up right here, and it has a cut going through there. And there's only just one side of the Skittle. If you take a look at the other side, it also has some interesting cracks in it. Like as you can see here, there's a crack going through here, which is very interesting. So both sides of this Skittle, it looks a bit messed up, but we're eating it anyway. Alright. So the next two Skittles are kind of the same thing. We have this one Skittle right here, which has a bump, which is something that... Hang on, where is it? Which is something that we have already seen in this video. And this red one right here is pretty much the same thing, although it's less obvious. As you can see right there. It has a bump in it. It's not so obvious, but it's there. Alright, next Skittle. I'm going to speed this up because, you know, video length. We have a purple Skittle with a whiteness on it. This one is pretty obvious. Hello, it said. Next, this is another Skittle that you can't really consider to be a Skittle anymore. But this is what the inside of a Skittle looks like, interestingly enough. So I'm going to eat this. And it gets some water. Nice water. Next. Look at that. Another white gash one, or white thing. I think you get the idea. It's interesting. It's rare, of course. Next, we have a Skittle with this white spot, which is pretty interesting. It kind of looks like a mouth. Hello. It kind of looks like a smiley face, to be honest. Look at that. You guys might do a little thing with this. I might do something like this. Interesting. Man, we have a lot of Skittles left. I'm going to have to make this quick. Up next, we have an orange one, which is small, in size. Yeah, pretty small in size, to be honest. Know that. Another one that's small and rare. Remember. Up next, we have a red one. And I think there's a bump on it somewhere. It's not super obvious, but if you take a close look, you'll see that it's flat on the inside. Although it's not very obvious on camera, but maybe if I take a look like this. Yeah, it's flat in the middle. I think you guys can sort of see it now, but at the same time, it's not super obvious to the camera. Oh, well, it kind of is now, interestingly enough. So, pretty rare. Up next, another rare Skittle. Obviously, these are all rare. I don't know why I said another rare Skittle. I mean, they're all rare. As you can see, it has that white thing right at the top. Interesting. I'm gonna make this a little bit quick. This is a pretty strange one. It has a white. The whiteness is showing in the middle, and it's yellowish rather than completely white. Up next, another one. That's less obvious, but if you take a look, oh, it's not so obvious on camera, but there's some interesting. There's a bump, but it's not so obvious to the camera. Maybe if I show it like this, it has like a little dot on there. It's not obvious to the camera, but it's there. And you would probably find this rare if you came across one of these. But unfortunately, the bumps on this aren't obvious to the camera, but they are there. Next, another Skittle. We've seen quite a few of these by now. It has a big thing and it's like a mouth. Whack! Interestingly enough. Up next, you have another little. Oh, there it is. We have another little tiny little Skittle thing. Very tiny, very cute. Little mini Skittle. Interesting. Up next, another one with the white gash. I know I've came across a lot of these now. In fact, I'm probably going to stop collecting the ones with just the white gash because they're becoming more and more common. So I think each time I come up with one with a white gash, I won't instantly save it to my collection of rare Skittles because we've seen so many of them by now. So there would be no point. Now here's another Skittle. This one may not seem like it at first, but you can see that this is a smaller Skittle than most. It's not tiny, but if I come up with a normal Skittle, you'll notice that this Skittle is smaller than this one. This is a normal Skittle right here, but this Skittle is a rare Skittle because it is smaller than most, which is not something that you see every day. Alright. Only 6 Skittles left. If you guys have been counting the amount of Skittles that I've counted in this video, good job. Just looking up something up there. Ah, Mr. Pringles. This video is sponsored by Pringles. Yeah. Too bad that there isn't actually Pringles in there. I actually have goldfish that I can't eat now because they got harder. So sadly I can't eat them because they're uncomfortable to eat. Alright, next one is one with a bump. It's not so obvious, but it's there. How do I show if it's there? Come on. Yep, you'll see that there's a bump there, which is not normal. Not normal at all. Rare, but not so rare anymore now. You have another one with a not so obvious crack in it. Oh, unfortunately, it doesn't come up. Doesn't come across the camera too well, but if you take a look, yeah, you can see it has a crack in there, which is rare. It's rare. And I gotta speed this up because now this is gonna take a long time to upload. Yeah. Unfortunately, I have 4 left, but I'll have to save them for the next Rare Skittles video. I'll have to show off this one in this video. This is gonna be the last one that I show for this video. Another one with a crack. Interestingly enough, look at that crack. It's big. It's large. It's interesting. And yeah. So unfortunately, I have 3 Skittles left, but I'll have to show them off in the next Rare Skittles video. Anyways, that is it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I know it was a very long video, but then again, we had a lot of Rare Skittles to go over. So guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!